Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here and talk for a quick second. One, I probably make another video about this, but it's so hard to find representation for gay black men. Like when it comes to these companies' marketing campaigns, they're actually marketing on social media and their websites. Um, like the visibility of gay black men, I don't see it. That really is pushing me to, um, even though I started off with a jewelry business, I am in the works of changing it and revamping things like that. But when I do have my own business up and running again and other businesses that I plan on doing, I'm really going to occupy the space of having the representation that I want to see, because right now I don't see it. I'm gonna make a whole nother video on that. But what I really wanted to come here to talk to y'all about is my glasses. They're cute, but not that. But when it comes to non-black people using our language, our terminology, and our likeness as a mask, as a costume, letting them in our community, letting them in our culture that we create out of nothing. Out of nothing. Letting them say the N word, giving them the time to apologize, but then come right back into the community without doing any work, without alleviating any of the stresses, any of the stressors that affect us and keep us in bondage. How much longer are we going to do that? Because it's been on my mind for the past few weeks now. For a long time, but really in the past few weeks, on how we let people come into our community and they're like culture vultures. They do all the things that would what's the word, that we would be deemed being ghetto for, but they do it and they're cool, they're trendy, and then they slip up and say the N word, apologize, or don't apologize at all, but are still able to maintain their space and take up space in our community. For example, Takashi 69. He is a what, Puerto Rican or Mexican? Sorry if I'm not misgender, but I don't know. Sorry if I'm giving him the wrong ethnicity or race. But he is of Latin descent, correct? Am I not correct? Am I correct? I know I am correct. And he is using the N-word in real life and in his music. When he rolled up on Meek Mill, he called him all types of N-words, baby. And if Meek Mill would have retaliated and shot the man, he would have been behind bars immediately.
Immediately.
Okay? Immediately. Because why? He's a black man in America, baby. That's why. He doesn't have close to white skin. He doesn't have the facade of, oh, I'm sorry, I do apologize. It was a mistake. If you give me another chance. No. Black men, black women, black people in general do not get second chances like every other race does. But we let that man sit up and say the N-word, and he be having black men on his side in his camp, and y'all don't feel away? You're telling me a non-black man, I get it, because I had a student before who was non-black who said the N-word. After a while, I was like, you need to stop using that word. I don't feel comfortable, and I'm not about to explain why I don't feel comfortable. You're going to stop using the word while you're around me. I don't care what you do outside of me, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But when you're around me, you're not going to say it. Exactly. So it's like you have black men in your camp, and these black men don't respect themselves enough to say, hey, You're not going to use that word around me. And matter of fact, how about I remove myself from around you? Secondly, Cardi B, even though I love her latest hit, Up, I love it. Every time she says the N word, it's like, girl, you're not black. Yes, you have a black husband that she's saying. Anyway, yes, you have a Latino black Afro Latino baby girl. That still does not give you the right to say the N word, even though were raised around black people, even though you were raised in the black community, even though you were raised around black culture. That still does not give you the right to say the N word. And we gotta get away from the fact that people love to say, "Oh, I was raised around black people. My best friends are black." Being raised in a black community and having black best friends does not give you a green card to go say the N-word, girl. It does not. It doesn't. It doesn't. And then moving on to, what's the girl name? Mimi on YouTube. And she said the N-word and she apologized. But it's like, how many more times are we going to have non-black people think it's okay to say the N-word? It's literally not that hard to skip over it. It's not. I've been fasting for the past few days. Yes, I've slipped up by cussing a few times. But before I let that cuss word recently come out, I was and I stopped myself. Because I want to. And I'm making the effort to stop myself from using profanity. Just like you can do on your end. Before you feel that need, stop yourself. And be like, ooh, I should not say that. Because I'm not what? I'm not black. Like, at this point, we have to be... Am I still... Oh, okay. We have to be the gatekeepers. Like white people like to gatekeep society at large from us entering and alleviating the stressors, like I said before, alleviating the stressors on our communities. We need to gatekeep our culture. Because you know what every other culture around this world has? They maintain their culture through generations. Through generations. Native Americans, Japanese culture, Chinese culture, Indian culture, cultures from the Middle East, African cultures, for the most part, I believe, yes. European cultures. They are able to maintain their cultures. Yet we let people, yes, they let people in their cultures to share and let other cultures learn about their own culture. But I feel it's just like we let so many people that are non-black in our culture that it's like now at this point in 2020, it's like black culture is not even ours anymore. Because we have so many other people coming into our culture, coming and taking it and leaving. It's like they come on, put it on as a costume, and they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave. Thanks, bye. Like, where are you going with our stuff? And that's what I mean. Like, they take it and run with it like it's a costume, not understanding that the culture that black Americans have created and built with the help of other blacks throughout the diaspora, we created that crap out of nothing. Not calling it crap, but we created it out of nothing. Hip hop, jazz, soul, blues, funk, disco. Mama, disco, we created that, not them white people. We created that. Disco came out of funk. It was soul, jazz, blues. Well, blues, well, like soul, blues, jazz. Then funk, disco, hip hop, well, R&B, hip hop, rap. Like, rap came out of nothing. They were just putting words together on top of a beat with bass to it. And then all of a sudden, rap. Black people. Yes, we had help from the Latin community during the beginnings, but the ingenuity truly came from black people in our, what's the word? Our fight to not give up and to always push the boundaries with our creativity. Like, y'all gonna learn to stop playing with black people. We will create, and y'all will try to emulate. Oh, that is a word. We will create while all of you try to emulate. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Uh-huh. I'm speaking a word. I'm speaking a word. Okay? Mama will create while y'all try to emulate, and that's on what, class? That's on period. Okay? So, all I want to say is, if you have non-black people in your life and you're black, hold them to the fire if they're saying the N-word around you. Hold them to the fire if they're putting on black culture as a costume and a mask. Hold them to the fire if they're using it as a costume and a mask and not trying to help alleviate the stressors in our community. If they're not volunteering, if they're not speaking up against the racist people in their families, if they're not speaking on our behalf to all of our politicians and community leaders. If they're not doing any of that, they gotta go. They gotta hit the door. The door. Okay? And that's just that on that. I'm tired. I'm done. Yes, I love the music. Yes, I love the videos on YouTube of people who use our language, who use our culture. Sometimes the videos be funny and the music be popping. I get it. I understand. It's understandable. But at the same time, we can hold them to the fire. We can do two things at once. Two things can be true at once. Okay? It's possible. You can like it, and you can also hold a butt to the fire, and that's on period. So I hope y'all do that. Take an account of the people around you in your life. You know, I'm just tired of us letting people in our culture. I'm over it, and it got to be put to a stop. So that's all I wanted to come talk to y'all today about. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe right now, like and comment, and let me know your thoughts on this whole issue, because it's a work in progress. It's not going to be answered in 2021. It's going to take at least another 100 years. Hopefully not that long, but it might take up to that much time and beyond for all of the issues in the black community to be solved. So we got to start somewhere. So let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.